What's up, guys? Ruben, the Tailor from Mouthguard Out Podcast. Guess what, guys? We have another special guest. But guess what? This guy is even specialer. You guys might know who this guy is, MMA Kid. But let's do this. Before we start talking to him, I say we run the intro and we'll go from there. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Step into the ring, yeah, we taught that fight life. Yeah. Mouthguard Out Podcast where we shine that bright light. Ruben the Tailor is do it up so clean. MMA fighters, every champ on the scene.
Nicholas, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, if you guys don't know this guy, I know you do, guys. If you guys go to MMA, Dan Henderson, Epic, this guy's always K-side. You do all the interviews or post-interviews, or what's exactly what you do, Nicholas?
Post-fight interviewer.
Post-fight interviews. Now, if you guys know this guy, he's always right there in the scene. How long have you been doing interviews, man?
I started when I was around 17.
17 years. How old are you now?
I'm 20 now, turning 21 in 1 month.
20 years old, guys. Check this out. I started late. I started way late. And one of the conversations, and sorry for cutting you off, is I started this podcast because of him. So I've been going on this podcast for 2 years. So you were 18 at the time?
Yes.
18. So can you imagine an 18-year-old, no disrespect, man. I know he's younger than me. But an 18-year-old inspiring somebody my age to start podcasts because, like you and me, we love fighting. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? But a little bit about yourself. I'm so sorry. I just had to put that out there, guys.
That's crazy. And I'm glad that the fight game is really evolving to where more people can really shine light on it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your, not goal, but what is your role in interviewing these fighters?
Right.
What's the whole purpose of you one day grabbing a microphone and says, "Hey, I need to talk to this guy"? What's the whole? Tell me about Nicholas. And believe it or not, I just learned your name a couple weeks ago because the whole time MMA Kid. Yeah. Oh, MMA Kid, MMA Kid. So the whole time, and finally we found you on Instagram. And then I'm like, oh, his name's Nicholas. So again, now I know his name, Nicholas. So I keep interrupting this guy. Like, damn, shut up, let me talk. But go ahead and tell me a little bit about what the whole goal is of you becoming an interviewer for MMA. Is that MMA the only thing you do?
Yeah, mostly. I've gone to a couple Muay Thais and boxing matches, and Jiu-Jitsu as well, but mostly MMA.
Mostly MMA. So tell me a little bit, man, if you don't mind breaking that down for me.
Right. I mean, the whole purpose is basically to get the fighters' stories out.
Yeah.
So I'm a big MMA fan. That's why I got involved in this. I thought it was a vehicle, a vessel to get involved deeper in the sport. Uh-huh. It's something that I love to do because I'm talking to the people that inspire me because they're on this journey and I'm here to shed light on it.
Yeah. Do you fight?
I've had 2 Muay Thai matches and
Are you
and
fucking
one boxing
serious?
match. Yeah.
Oh, so not only is it an interview, he's also a fighter.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you amateur or you just do...
They were smokers.
They're smokers.
Yeah, right.
Got you. I'm the can. Okay, so for you guys that ever want to fight me, I'm the can to build up people's numbers. That makes sense? No, I'm just playing. Eventually, I'll get into it, but right now, I just wanted to know because of the fact that I always see you there. So, where are you from?
So I was born in New York for the first 3 years of my life, and then born and raised in San Diego.
Really? It was cold?
Excuse me, not born, but raised in San Diego.
Where were you were born in New York, is that?
Yes.
What part of New York?
Queens.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hell yeah, I used to live in New York too.
Really?
I lived in Yonkers for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you know Tina the Pettigrew.
I do.
She's from New York as well.
Okay.
New York, Florida, and now she's here in California. Yeah. Cool. So it's always good to, not only talk to fighters, but people that are in the fight, because that's what we are. We're in the fight.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now, as far as, let's see, you started when you were 17, right? So were you fighting at 17 or...
No.
Was it the point where, like, you know what? I don't want to get hit in the face. Let me start interviewing, because that's the whole purpose of why I'm doing it, because I don't want to get hit in the face. So it's like being in the game, around the fighters, around the sweat, around the winners and the losers. But at the same time, we're always in a suit. We're the clean ones behind the scenes, right?
That's a good perspective to think about. I mean, for sure. For sure. It's a tough game. I don't know if I would want to be a pro fighter, but yeah.
Now, as far as MMA Kid, and now I'm assuming here, because the fact that you were 17, you're like, well, I'm a kid.
Yes.
Is that ever going to change to MMA man or MMA guy? Or
I had that. I had a lot of people tell me that, especially when I turned 18. But I don't think it won't. That's what kind of sets me apart. MMA Kid. There's this kid going in there. He's the youngest guy in there. And
well, I mean, he's still young. He's 20 years old. Yeah, absolutely, man. So your whole persona of MMA Kid is because of the fact that you started when you were 17. Right. Now, as far as getting into like the venues and all that, I mean, people know you already, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. So are your interviews already set up? Because that's one of the biggest things that I want to start doing. Not that I'm trying to take his job here, but, I always get the fighters after the fight is done. I'll talk to them, hey, bro, you want to be on the podcast? And then we'll set something up. But you're right there right after they get out of the cage or the ring or whatever the case may be, or right after the fights. I see you there on the microphone. You have a camera guy, right?
Yes.
A camera guy.
Shout out to Ben. He's my cousin.
Oh, he's your cousin?
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. I thought you were going to bring him.
A cousin and best friend.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have no friends, man. No, I'm just playing. My wife's my friend. My dogs are my friend. But you have a, what's it called? A cameraman or videographer, I should say. And they do all the recordings. Now, what do you do with that stuff? Other than just obviously post it on Instagram, but what's the whole purpose of you doing those interviews? Let me give you my perspective, since basically this is a podcaster versus interviewer, that makes sense, right? A podcaster versus an interviewer, right? But my whole goal here is, like I said, I don't want to fight, okay? But my whole goal here is to expose fighters. There's only so much Instagram can do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why we have the platforms like YouTube, we have Instagram, we have other, we do newsletters for all the fighters that are out here. So it's not just about posting them on YouTube. It's the fact that we do, what is it called? My wife knows it because she does all that stuff. It's like newsletters for their city. So you being in Poway, what my wife does is she contacts the actual the newspapers in Poway and does a story and submits that for you. And what that's doing, it's growing you not only in the internet, but it's growing you on the actual I guess in the forums. That makes sense. It's like, what do they call them? Backlinks or whatever. But that's what my goal is. But what is your goal when you're interviewing fighters?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is, I think that right after they fight, it's a very interesting opportunity because they've been so locked in and focused for the last 2-3 months for camp. And even during fight day, they're even more focused. They don't want to talk to anybody. They're zoned in. After the fight's the first time where they develop, like, I can finally express myself fully.
I can eat, right?
Yes, right. Drink, eat, and actually feel those emotions of happiness. I just won.
Yeah.
All that hard work was worth it. And we get to capture that on camera.
Yes. So you still have that that little bit of fuel they have left from the fight.
Yeah.
So your interviews are pretty intense because they're excited, the adrenaline's still going, whatever. Yeah. So you get that little bit of energy that's still left in them to get that good interview.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have questions you already have set up? Or is it something that you just flow from the lip? You just, you know what? This guy's this type of fighter. I'm going to ask him this question. Or do you already have a series of questions that you have pre-typed out?
If I'm doing post-fight interviews in the cage,
Yeah.
I come well prepared.
Oh, good.
I research all the fighters, their records, where they train out of, all that stuff. So we can formulate really good questions.
Yeah.
If I'm just going to an event, like obviously there's some people who I have very good friendships with, relationships with, and I kind of already know their background.
There you go.
And it's easier to formulate questions. But sometimes I just go in there and I watch the fight and then I ask the questions straight off.
Okay.
That was hard to do at first.
Yeah.
But now that I've been doing it for so long, it's become easier to just really think of questions on the spot.
I'm probing him right now, guys, because again, like I said, I started this podcast because of him. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some of those little skills that you have and say, you know what, maybe I can do that.
Of course.
Because my goal is different than yours. You have the post interview. Like, for example, the last time I saw you was at Dan Henderson's.
Yes.
So what I'm doing, or my wife and I are doing, is we're recording the fight. As we're recording, we're tagging, we're putting descriptions. So they're getting like a updated timeline as they're fighting.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And obviously, if they win, we approach them. We're like, hey, Nicholas, want to be on the podcast? But the only problem here is they always say yes because they're excited I won. Yeah. And then after about a week, they fall off. It's like, I don't feel like doing the podcast. So I've had some fighters, cancel on me, which is okay. It's okay. But I'm just trying to see if I can pick your brain and says, maybe I can use those type of questions or that type of system in mind to obviously we want to grow each other.
Yes.
That makes sense. And that's one of the reasons why Nicholas is here, because now that he's inspired me, I want to see if we can not network, but help each other grow.
Of course.
So the next time where I see you at Epic, whatever, hey, what's up, Nick? And boom, 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 you can tell me, hey, Ruben, do this. Yeah. Well, I can do this because obviously 2 heads are better than 1, right? But I'm learning off this guy. So thank you again, man. So we talked about having that post-fight interview. Now, do you have a podcast as well? Because I've seen you on podcasts.
Yeah. I've been on the Fight Family podcast.
There you go.
The owners of Up Next, Chris and Ryan Buckner. Shout out to them.
Big shout out.
They've done a great job with their promotion and the podcast itself. That was a fun podcast to be on.
Have you ever thought about starting a podcast?
I do, but I feel like I don't want to start one until I get like a good setup.
Okay.
Like, this is a great setup. I want to have something similar to this. I don't want to just start one unless it's it's in a great environment.
Yeah. I mean, do you live in an apartment or a house or?
I mean, I have room for a setup.
Yeah.
I
mean, the best camera is the one in your pocket, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now, I lost my train of thought. I mean, this is just advice from me to you. If it's something that you have a talent already, knowing about fighters, knowing how fighting works, you being a fighter yourself. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, just do it and pull out your phone, set it up. It doesn't have to be elaborate here or anything. Just get a tripod and do some commentary. Once again, it's just, what's that saying? If you touch one person, you did a good job, right?
Yes.
Well, luckily for me, we touched two people, so we're good. I'm just playing it. Cool. Anything else you wanna add? As far as the whole MMA Kid persona, because MMA Kid's been around for 3 years, man. I mean, how have you seen it grow since you started 3 years ago at 17 years old?
Oh, yeah. When I first started, I was trying to get my name out there.
Yeah.
I was trying to actually interview as much people as possible. I started doing Zoom interviews.
Yes.
So I would get
Omar Riyad.
Yes.
Yes.
Omar, I actually went to middle school with Omar.
Did you?
Yeah, and then we reconnected when he started fighting.
Really?
So Omar is great, and he's so talented for how young he is.
5-0.
Yes.
5-0.
Talented.
He is, man. He is. I haven't seen him in a while. He actually trains out of Valiant and some other gyms. So every time I see him, I'm like, hey, what's up, Omar?
Yeah.
But every time I see him, I always think back to the interview that you did with him.
Yeah.
And I think that was through Zoom, I think.
It was. That was the first interview I did with him.
Was it like during COVID or something?
Probably around
Probably
that time.
because Zoom blew up during COVID.
Yes,
yeah. So how else have you seen yourself, or I don't want to say yourself, but MMA Kid grow?
No, it is absolutely crazy. Like, I'll go to local jiu-jitsu competitions, and people come up to me like, MMA Kid, I love your work.
Really?
And that's just a great feeling.
Yeah.
I've interviewed people before, and they say, "Who's the interview for?" I'm like, MMA Kid. I'll see their eyes kind of go up. Oh, you're MMA Kid?
You're MMA Kid.
The name is a lot bigger than me, which is a great feeling.
Have you ever thought about doing some type of corporation with MMA Kid?
Maybe.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
That's the future.
Yeah, absolutely. MMAkid.com. Buy the domain now before somebody takes it, man. MMAkid. Or MMAincorporated.com, whatever the case may be. No, that's cool. You know what's funny, man? And I'll tell you a quick story, and I'm telling everybody here. I was in the restroom at Dan Henderson. So, like us men, we have to stand up. We look against the wall. Okay, do your business, right? Mouthguard Out Podcast. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm in the middle of doing something. And I'm like, do I turn around and piss on the next guy? So I'm like, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. So then finally, after I washed my hands, I looked over and I'm like, who said that? Who said that? And they had walked out, but they recognized me. Oh, yeah. So we're slowly getting recognized. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
It's a great feeling.
Oh my God, it's crazy. I'm not doing this to be famous, guys. I'm not trying to be viral. I'm not trying to... My whole goal, again, I know I sound like a broken record, is to help fighters, and in this case, help us grow together. Yeah. That makes sense. So 5 years from now, whatever the case, we're going to be next to UFC, you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Doing something. I'm going to take Joe Rogan's job, and you can... Joe Rogan does the interviews inside, too, so... Shit, we're going to have to fight for a job then, man. Most likely he'll get it because he's younger, man. He's like, okay, we can put...
Oh, you're doing a great job, too. You got good work.
Yeah, it's hard work, bro.
It is.
It is hard work, man. You got to do the interviews. Do they let you get in the cage sometimes or all the time?
I mean, it depends which promotion.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I need to be in the cage. Sometimes I don't really need to be in the cage.
Yeah. Whatever happened, and I haven't seen him in a while, JD11. Remember JD?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
I
haven't seen. I'm not saying something happened to him. It's just it's been a while since I've seen JD.
I'm not too sure. I think he's doing some work underground. I don't know if he's posting everything on social media.
Yeah. Because I remember he used to hit us up all the time. Hey, you guys are doing a good job. Yeah. Hey, I like your videos. Yeah. And then that's how we met Kaz. And then through Kaz, we knew about you. And then Omar is like, yes, MMA Kid. So again, everything comes full circle with fighting. Yeah. Because fighting is like you said earlier, it is growing, but it's still a very small community.
Yeah,
it's
niche.
That's what it is.
It is growing fast for sure.
Yeah. Do you like interviewing guys or girls?
Anybody.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, I like interviewing girls.
Yeah.
I've had a couple girls. I've had Sarah Valencia. I've had Tina on here. I've had Nadine. For some reason, the women are more, how am I saying? And that's a compliment to ladies too, by the way. They're more intricate in their thinking because they think like a woman. So that's why every time I have a female here, I'm just like, Where a guy, we're dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I'm a fighter. Oh, you see what I'm saying? So that's that's why I asked you, do you like interviewing girls or do you like interviewing guys? Have you ever met Ruby Daniels?
I have.
Yeah. Have you interviewed
her? Yeah. About, I'll probably say 2 times.
2 times.
Yeah.
She is Camel and Epic, and that girl's winning belts all over the place.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I had her here when she won Epic.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you were there.
Yeah. I did the post-fight interviews for that.
Did you?
Yes.
Cool. I had her here the following day.
Wow.
So she was here the next day. That following Saturday, she was up in LA fighting for the KFL title.
Wow.
She's a monster, man. Sinistra, what's up, Ruby? So she's one of my favorite fighters that I've interviewed. Let's see who else. Like I said, Tina Pettigrew. She's actually training at Valiant because our coach, she just had a baby. So her and Philly, I don't know if you know Philly.
Maybe if I see his face.
That's her husband.
Okay. He's Daniel Reyes' coach?
Yes, exactly. Yes. So they're training. So now I get the aspect of training with Kim, with Jeff, with Tina, with Philly. It's great. Again, it's a small niche community. I'm going to use the word. I like that word niche. Is that French? Yeah, I think it is French. What else can you tell me, man, before I start landing you with some questions, man? What else can you tell me about MMA? Are you a student or?
I am. I go to SDSU right now.
Really?
I'm a finance student.
Really?
Yes.
What does that have to do with MMA, right?
Nothing.
Get paid. That's what it means.
Exactly.
Right. Cool, man. You're on your second year, first year?
Third year.
Your third year. So you're almost done.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So you're going to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Are you going to go to graduate school?
Well, I did. I'm not too sure yet. I'll look into it, right?
Yeah. So what's the whole goal with your degree?
I want to go into investments or private equity or wealth management.
Absolutely.
I've been into the stock market since I was pretty young.
Okay.
In 7th grade, I was looking at charts in class.
Took his lunch money and says, I'm going to invest this, man. I don't want cookies. I want to invest.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I started a stock club in high school as well.
Did you?
I had a investment community. So I've been pretty involved. I want to get into wealth management. I think that would be pretty fun.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Are you going to take like the Series 7 or any type of? Yeah. Are you?
I should. I've gotten advice to do that. So.
Really? Yeah. I mean, even just to take it. You see what I'm saying? Because eventually, now this isn't even a MMA podcast. This is your
financier podcast.
Yeah, financier podcast. Yeah, it's always good to have stuff like that. I've done certain things like that, but I never pursued it. I'm a retired teacher. So now that I'm retired, I'm like, I don't want to even think about that stuff. So that's why that I'm retired. I want to focus more on this. Like I said, just to blow everybody up, man.
What subject did you teach?
I touched business and marketing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, business and marketing. I did that for 15 years. And after you talk about money so much, it's just, you don't want to even deal with it. So my wife deals with all her fiduciaries, her investments, and blah, blah, blah. As long as we don't pay taxes, right? That's all that matters, man. Cool, man. Now, is there a specific, what am I trying to say here? A niche that you're going after as MMA Kid? Is it, do you want to be the cool, calm, collected guy, or do you want to be the Joe Rogan style, which is exciting? Hey, tell me about your fight. I mean, what type of persona are you trying to relay with MMA Kid?
I would say it's a blend for sure. Okay. Whatever feels right in the moment. And I mean, it's good to be exciting for interviews, but you got to be real. You can't overexcite it. But as long as the audience and the fighter can tell that you're being real with them and the audience, I think that's what...
See, I'm being overexcited right now because I have this guy in front of me. I mean, every time I have somebody here, it's like having a celebrity. You see what I'm saying? So every time I see a fighter or a host, like I had Navajo Joe here. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, I get excited. It's like, damn, I finally have you out of the element. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because now every time we see you, hey, what's up, Nick? Boom, that's it. But now I have you locked in the cage.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
When it's genuine, it's amazing, right?
It is. Yeah, it can be. Now, do you only interview winners or do you also interview losers?
Most of the time it's winners.
Of course, right?
But I have interviewed losers in the past too. And especially if they come up to me, I'll for sure interview them, but I just don't want to go in their face when they're losing, when they lost. Yeah. Maybe they want to be to themselves and ask them about the fight.
Well, one of the things that I always say is if I ever, I box. I'm not a boxer. I'm not a boxer, but I box. But if I ever lose, I would be excited. You see what I'm saying? But then again, it's not going into my numbers. It's like, oh, I'm 0-1. So my whole thing, it would be more of a exhibition fight.
Yeah.
But if for some reason I lost, I'd be chasing you down. Hey, Nicholas, interview me. Yeah, but you lost though, bro.
No, let's
I
do
don't
it.
want to interview,
Absolutely.
right? Cool. What's the furthest you've traveled in this?
So probably a little bit above LA.
Oh, really?
So about 3.5, 4 hours.
So what was that? Commerce? Or
Commerce
past
is,
Commerce?
is a lot past Commerce for sure.
Really?
Probably Ontario or I forgot the other one.
No. So what promotion?
Lancaster. It was.
Shit! Damn.
One of them was a boxing boxing
Yeah.
promotion. The other one was Up Next. They did an Up Next event in Lancaster.
Got it. I think the furthest we went was San Bernardino.
Okay.
And that was for the Sarah Valencia fight.
Yeah.
So that was a cool fight. That's like the furthest. I've also been to Commerce Casino. And then a couple weeks ago, we're in Palm Springs for bare knuckle.
Wow, how was that?
It was crazy, bro. And what's funny is we went up there for Daniel Alvarez, El Machete, and he got disqualified in the locker room.
For what?
Because he got a cramp in his hand or something. Once again, I'm not trying to tell the whole story here, but the doctor didn't clear him.
Wow.
So we're sitting there, front row, right? We're like, okay, he two more fights.
Yeah.
And then I get a text from our coach. No, he's not fighting. He got disqualified. I'm like, you freaking. So you owe me money, Daniel. No, I'm just playing. So that's the furthest you've gone to interview, right?
Yeah.
So are you going there as MMA Kid, or are you going there as, there's a fight up there, I'm just going to go hang out?
MMA Kid.
Really?
Yeah, MMA Kid.
So everywhere you go, you're at MMA. You're MMA Kid.
Most of the time. I've gone to 2 UFC fights, and I was just a fan there, but it was fun.
Right?
It was fun.
We're nothing, right? Hey, I'm MMA Kid. Who? All right, no offense, man, no offense. Where was that UFC fight at?
I went to one in Vegas. It was Dustin Poirier versus Charles Oliveira with my friends. That was a spectacular night.
Was it at the Dome or the PI?
It was so fun. No, it was at the T-Mobile Arena.
Okay, their stadium.
Yeah,
that's the Raiders arena. No,
I'm not sure.
I haven't. See, I don't do sports, man.
Yeah, we watch MMA.
Yeah, we do watch MMA. Absolutely. What did you think of? Now this is past. What did you think of the? Shit, I don't even know which one there is. Well, the Anthony Joshua fight with Jake. Was it Jake Paul?
Yeah, I actually liked it a lot. Like,
why? Tell me why.
I know. Everybody looks at me like that. I thought that it was not a bad game plan for Jake Paul. I think he got a little bit too tired too fast, but I think that you can't outbox Anthony Joshua.
No, you can't.
So I actually liked how he was playing against the rule sets, diving for takedowns. He was moving around the octagon, trying to get him tired, get out of the shots. I thought he put up a decent fight.
I think I would do the same if I was fighting Anthony Joshua for $92 million. I'd be jumping on the ropes at what is it, WWF, and jumping on him.
I know. That's what you got.
I honestly, I was frustrated, man. I was, you know what I'm saying? We pay our money to, download or Netflix, whatever the case may be. I want a show.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I want a show. So, Jake Paul, you owe me money. Is it Jake or Jake?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, I always get those two brothers confused. Now, the day after, we had Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
And then Chase Lamore.
Yeah, I watched that too.
What'd you think of that one?
Tate he was doing all right the first 2 rounds. But he got gassed pretty bad.
See how frustrated I am? Obviously, everybody was rooting for Top G. I didn't know what a Chase Lamore was until Andrew Tate was going to fight him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and one of the things that I went on his actual, I think he has a blog, or what I posted on his blog is, I've never seen a grown kid, no offense because I know you're an MMA kid, a grown kid wrestle in boxing.
Yeah, he was leaning on him.
He was pushing, and then his throws, and so not saying that Andrew Tate was a bad fighter, it's just Andrew Tate was exhausted because he just kept pushing him off. Like, dude, get the F off of me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That makes sense because I've seen Andrew Tate's old fights. And obviously he's a kickboxer, but he knows how to fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You see what I'm saying? And you've seen his blogs. He'll fight 10 guys. He's a good-ass fighter. That makes sense. But the thing is, he was being attacked by a bear. He was more concerned about getting the bear off of him than fighting. And this is my opinion, guys. I'm not an expert here. But now that I have another, I'm going to say amateur, I guess. I know even though you're not, what you call yourself? You're not an amateur. You're a...
A smoker?
A smoker? Well, I'm a can, so don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm a can. Now that I have a smoker and a can here, I could say, you know what? Let me see what your opinion is because, my wife and I, obviously, we're going through Andrew Tate. We're going through Anthony Joshua. So, I don't know. I just wanted to ask you that.
It's really tiring. I remember, like, the third round of my boxing match, the guy kept trying to lean on me, too, because I don't think he had much left in him.
Yeah.
And it is tiring to really push that guy off you. That's why Jake Paul said that he was shooting for takedowns was because every time he felt like, he was going to lean on him, he didn't want to hold him up because it would tire him out.
I mean, he's a big ass mountain too, so whatever. Again, $92 million. I'd probably do the same thing, bro. Yeah. I'd probably do the exact same thing, man. Anyway, I look how frustrated I got. Just Andrew Tate, I want my money back, man. Damn. Now, really quick, how do you prepare? Obviously mentally and obviously physically because you don't know who's going to win. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. You have Ruben the Tailor versus Nick MMA Kid. So you're sitting there, it's like, I got to know about this guy and I have to know about this guy. Yeah. Whoever wins, that's the guy I have to interview. So how do you prepare? Because obviously you have 9 minutes. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. How do you do that?
So I do a lot of work beforehand. Okay. I remember my first show doing in-cage interviews at Epic Fighting. I remember I got 2 pieces of paper and I wrote this guy's name, red corner, this guy's name, blue corner.
There you go.
And I literally did research on them and I asked specific questions. Okay, if this guy wins, I'm going to ask this question. If this guy wins, I'm going to ask this question.
Okay.
And obviously, like, I think that the first question most of the time is about the fight. So you just got to be paying attention.
What did you think about the fight? What was your? Yeah, absolutely.
Right. But then the following up questions, you do want to make sure that you do some research on them. You know who they are. Yeah. What the record is. Yeah. And so it's a lot of pre-fight research. But I also
that's a lot of fighters.
It is. Yeah. And also with AI.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I do the interviews beforehand through AI,
So you use AI?
Yes.
For the questions, or can you look up the fighters on AI?
You can, for sure. AI can do great research for you as well, but I actually run a simulation.
Okay.
So I give AI all the information it needs about the fighters, about the promotion. Yeah. And I tell AI to be the fighter. So I'll ask the questions, AI will answer me back, and it kind of is like a warm-up. Before the fight, the fighters are hitting pads in the locker room. Yeah. I'll do a little bit of a warm-up with AI, so my brain gets used to, the back and forth with the questions.
There you go. I'm going to copy that if you don't mind.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a great tool.
One of the things that we do, and you'll see us when we're at cage side at Hendo's or wherever, is we'll get the list of all the fighters. So what my wife does is while we get the list, because we don't know, we don't have it like that where we can get who's fighting. Or sometimes it changes, they cancel fights, whatever. Yeah. So she looks them up on Instagram. So she finds out what their gym name is, what their record is, and she's writing all the stuff down, blah, blah, blah. So as they're fighting, we're recording tagging. So if you get me a rear naked choke, boom, MMA Kid just did a rear naked choke. So it's boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So now we can tag them, tag their gym, and then tag like Hendo's or Epic, whatever the case. So that's how we do it. But she does all the work because I'm too busy doing all the audio stuff. But you being the one man guy, go ahead.
Yeah. And that's a great way to get your name out and your business out, because now people are going to go to your page to see, wait, what happened? People, their teammates, their friends, family, they couldn't be there that night. They want to know what happened right away. They're going to go to your page for, the utmost.
Yeah. And then we always do a live. Yeah. So if it's the main event, while she's doing that on her phone, I'll have my phone recording live, and then I'll do my vlog and I'll compile it. It's a lot of work, guys. Yeah. I mean, we're not getting paid. I'm not getting paid. I don't know how much this guy's getting paid. But it's a lot of work. But again, I'm not here, like I said earlier, I'm not here to get famous. I'm not here to go viral. I'm here to help. You see what I'm saying? Being in the Marine Corps, being a teacher for 15 years, it's one of those, I want to help people. People. That's why I'm not doing this for any type of monetary gain. But if you guys want to pay me, UFC, right here, man, make sure you tag us on Instagram. Anyway, so what else can you give me, man? What else? Tell me more about you. What's your last name? Borukh?
Yes.
Borukh. What is that?
So we're Bukharian.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Yeah, nobody knows what that is.
No.
It's so my parents are immigrants from Uzbekistan. Okay. And we're Jewish. So they moved to New York. A lot of Bukharians moved to New York, and then we moved here. So it's kind of like a Jewish last name.
Is that a Queens? Like all the Bukharians are in Queens?
Yeah, a lot of them are in Queens.
Got you. I saw the last name, and I'm like, Borukh.
Yeah.
I keep referring to, there's a techno DJ. I think his name is Borukh, but he spells it different. I'm like, I wonder if he's related to that DJ, right? Hey, hook me up with EDC tickets, man. Hell yeah. What was the first MMA event or promotion that you covered?
So I was doing a lot of interviews on Zoom, right?
Yes.
So I started originally online. That's kind of how I made a name for myself. And the first promotion I went to was Epic Fighting. I reached out to them, and remember the day of that fight, they got back to me. And they were like, okay, come on in.
Oh, cool.
So on like,
persistence.
Yeah.
It's all about persistence.
8 hours notice.
Yeah.
I went in and did some interviews. I got Juliana the Killer Miller.
Okay.
She was on Tough, and now she's a UFC fighter. So that was my first interview there.
Really?
Yeah.
And then after that, they liked the way you worked, and cool. Yeah. That's exactly what happened to us. Is we went to Dan Henderson, and Joe had set us right there. And one of the things, if I'm going to get something for free, and shout out to Dustin.
Shout out Dustin.
Yeah, shout out to Dustin.
He's so incredible.
Oh my God,
he's a great
always
guy.
hooking it up.
Yes.
So the time he hooked us up to sit there, we didn't just want to go there and just relax and, you know what I'm saying? We work.
Exactly.
We work. So even though we're getting VIP seats or cage side, we're there working.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I want to show appreciation. I know you see that too, because Dustin, shout out Dustin, Matt, those guys at Hendo's.
Oh, Matt.
Yes, they're just great guys.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, he even sent us a message on Instagram saying, hey, thank you so much for what you do to the fighters. I'm like, bro, I'm here to promote, man. I'm here to promote.
Amazing people.
Now, if you could hook us up with some free steak at Dan Hendel's Barrel House, have you been there?
I haven't been there yet. I have to try it.
You got to go.
Yeah.
We got to go. The steak is amazing. We've been there twice. But one thing that I found out is after 10 o'clock, they stopped serving steak. Because the last Hendo fight, I think it was over because remember the lights went out. And they started late and the doctor didn't show up for an hour. It was a big debacle, but it came out amazing. So we got there to the restaurant around 11:15. They're like, oh, we don't serve steak after 10. I'm like, come on. But the one before that, we did have some steak, man. So you should try it out.
I heard it's phenomenal.
It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. It's the best steak ever. Hook us up with the promo code.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I know Dan Henderson personally. That makes sense. Have you ever met him?
I have.
Have you? Yeah, that's amazing. Joe introduced me to Dan Henderson, and I'm like, oh,
it's crazy.
Dude, that guy's gone through a lot, man. And he's still walking around.
Yeah.
I'd be in a wheelchair after all the stuff he's been through, man.
The H-bomb.
The H-bomb.
Legend.
He is, man. He is. And you know what's cool is people are training at his gym. You see what I'm saying? That is, it's like the Gracie gyms and all those. You're training with legends. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Not with him personally, but that's his gym. That makes sense. So I don't know. I think everybody that trains at Hendo's is very lucky to be there. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. You know Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool. That's the one where we went to San Bernardino for her fight. Yeah. Yeah, she was fighting for King of the Cage in the Camel State. Okay. And then I forgot who won. Matter of fact, the girl that beat Sarah, Ruby beat at Epic when she fought.
Oh, okay.
What's her name? Don't matter. We love you, Sarah. That makes sense. Let's see. Have you ever got emotional after an interview or during an interview?
Yeah, actually. So
have you?
One of my best interviews was with Parkev at Up Next.
Okay.
He had just got an amazing title win in spectacular fashion, and he proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh, there it is.
And I was like, wow, this guy is just...
Now, if he wouldn't have won, he would have never proposed, right?
And dude, it was so beautiful. Like,
really?
He had a big bouquet of flowers. He had the ring. He got down on one knee in front
all
of
sweaty and nasty, right?
It was beautiful.
That's hell yeah. So did you choke up? You're just like...
A little bit of a
this
tear.
This is beautiful, man. I want to do that, right? Are you in a relationship? No. Oh, that's good, man. You're happy, right? I told my wife, I said, babe, before I married you, I was rich. Now I'm just happy. Yeah, right. I'd rather be happy than rich, huh, babe? Nah, I'm just playing. I'd rather be rich. Anyway, man. I'm having a good time, bro. Thank you again for coming out here. It's a Sunday. We usually record on Sunday. So this guy was like, yeah, I'll be there on a Sunday. And
absolutely.
I love it, man. I love it. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Now we have something more in common. So the next time I see you at the fights, it's not like, hey, what's up, bro? It's like, hey, what's up, dog?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now, as far as, for example, I keep going back to the interviews because once again, I'm probing you. I want to see how you think. Maybe I can use some of the things.
Yeah.
You said you have your Ben is your videographer.
Yes.
He's your cousin, right? Yeah. Now, as far as does he do all the editing?
No, I do all the editing.
Oh, good. Yeah. So you control that part.
Yes,
that makes sense. What programs do you use?
So I use CapCut and Captions.
Caption. I've never heard of Captions.
It's It edits the videos very, very well. It puts very engaging captions on them as well.
Oh, cool.
So it's pretty nice.
I like using CapCut for not sponsored video, by the way. So CapCut, if you want to sponsor. Anyway, for my shorts.
Yes.
Because I could just input the link to the video and it'll just chop it up for me.
Yeah.
But as far as like all this production right here, I actually use Final Cut Pro. I've been using Final Cut Pro for like 12, 15 years, bro. So it's just like, I'm used to it. Yeah. Premiere supposedly is a good ass program. Yeah. I just don't have the time to relearn something. Yeah. CapCut was so simple.
It is so simple.
If you know Final Cut Pro, whatever programs, Final Cut, CapCut is like quick. You can do it on your phone, whatever. So it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to know that. Yeah. But let's just say, I'm just going to give you a scenario here. Let's say you go to Ruben the Tailor's fight, and you're just like, oh, hell yeah, I want to ask him this, and this, and this, and I lose. And then you come up to me and you're like, hey, Ruben, can I do an interview? I'm like, no, I'm too depressed. What would you do? You'd be like, well, bro, I did all this research on you. Or,
it is what it is. This is the fight game. You know what I mean? Is it? Yeah, it is.
Would you get pissed?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I've gotten pissed, man. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I've had fighters cancel on me. So it's like, hey, be here at 1. Yeah. They'll text me at 1:05. Hey, sorry, I can't make it. Yeah. Okay, do you want us to reschedule? It's just, they never wanted to be on there. So, and it's not, come on, man. You can see it's just not hitting record. There's a lot of things that we got to do here, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah, man. Cool. Now, as far as like for Epic, I've seen you more at Epic than I've seen you in all the other, and this is just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you go to other promotions and all that. Which is your favorite promotion to be at? Don't worry about it. They're not going to cancel you, man. I want to thank Jason Stewart. No, I'm just playing.
There's a lot of, I don't know if I can necessarily pick one, but there's a lot of great promotions that do a great job.
Do you do pro and amateur?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So the Up Next, shout out Up Next, phenomenal job always. Up Next, Tough Enough, they also do a phenomenal job. Yeah. So they're the pro am. Sometimes I go to Lights Out. And then the amateurs, which would be Hendo's and Epic.
Yeah. Isn't there another one? I think KFL is amateur.
Yeah, I haven't.
You haven't been
yet. No. Yeah, but I would like to go.
Yeah. Everywhere. That's where Ruby fought. What's the other one?
Sparstar.
Yeah,
I've never been, but I heard it's good.
It's good when it was at Commerce Casino. Now, I don't know where in the hell they were last time where Ruby fought. I mean, she did a great job. She won, obviously. But it was like in a warehouse. And then I was watching, I'm like, that's not Sparstar because I'm so used to being at the casino. Yeah. So I don't know what happened between them and the casino. I'm not starting any rumors here, but my favorite promotion, okay, and I'll tell you pro and amateur, is Cage Fighters. Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors, yeah.
Oh, my God. They were at Sequan Casino a couple years ago. Cleanest promotion ever. But then again, it is pro. Yeah. So please, no offense to Henderson's, Epics, and all this. It was just at a pro level. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I actually had Xavier Vines.
Oh, yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
I've interviewed him from his amateur career.
Really?
And I watched him go pro and work his way up.
So he was the Epic guy.
Yeah, I interviewed him when he was the Epic champ.
Hell yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, so Cage Warriors, and I saw him there. And the only reason why he caught my attention because he's a Marine. Oh, yeah. And I'm retired Marine Corps.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely. No problem, man. I appreciate that. But I'm like, I need to get this guy in because when you're talking to, like, when I talk to a fighter, I have no idea what I'm saying. They'll say, hey, I'm doing a rear naked choke. I'm like, what the hell's that? A half guard? Okay, what is that? I'm still learning all the lingo. But with him, it was more, we were talking military. Oh, yeah. So we were back and forth, talking about the Marine Corps. So I'm like, yeah, I know that jargon because I was obviously in it. But when it comes to fighting and all that, I'm like, well, what the hell is a Kimura? Yeah. That makes sense. Do you know all the moves?
Most of them, yeah. Yeah. Because I'm a huge UFC fan. So I've been watching it for a long time.
Yeah. You know what's cool is, like when we're at Hendo's, I always have Joe Daddy Stevenson next to me.
And he explains everything.
He explains everything. So I'm listening to him like, okay, he's saying, and I'm looking at the fighters like, oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm supposed to have his son on the podcast too. Oh, yeah. Joey Daddy Stevenson's Jr. He does mouth guards. So he's supposed to provide us with the mouth guard. And he lives up in, I forgot. He's about 3.5 hours, 4 hours away. So it's going to be a little difficult, but eventually we'll get him on the podcast. Joe Daddy Jr. What's up, brother? Yeah. So, hell yeah.
I've never been to Cage Warriors because I'm not 21 yet. Yeah. But I'll be 21 soon and I'll go to Cage Warriors.
You have to be 21?
Because they do it at Sequan usually, and I can't.
You can?
I don't think so. Because I've tried to go in there before and not Cage Warriors up with the casino.
As MMA Kid? I'm confused.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can attend the shows. I don't think you can go inside unless you're 21. That's what I was.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been 21, so I can walk in anywhere. I can walk into a strip club if I wanted to. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Cleanest promotion, bro.
Yeah,
cleanest promotion. My second cleanest promotion is bare knuckle. You got to go to BKFC,
yeah,
bro.
I want to go.
Their promotion, obviously, their budget is higher.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like that. Now, as far as my amateur promotion, it has to be Dan Henderson. And the reason why, and again, I love Epic too, it's the fact that it's at the gym. You see what I'm saying? So it's more
in-house.
In-house.
Yeah.
It's intimate. You see what I'm saying? It's right there. Where Epic, you got to go to the hotel, you got to park. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually, I get to the point where I'll be there next to you, but I don't know. I just wanted to point that out. What about? Give me another promotion. What about pro promotions? You said lights out.
Yeah, pro promotions, Tough Enough up next.
But Tough Enough is pro am, right?
Yes.
Okay, pro am.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the one they had here at what was it? North Park.
Oh yeah, that was phenomenal. So
Yeah?
I did in-cage interviews for Tough Enough as well.
Uh-huh.
And I would say that was the pinnacle of my career.
Really?
That was
Kaz there?
Kaz was not there at the time that I did it.
Shout out to
Shout
Kaz.
out
What's up, Kaz?
He was there though at Tough
Yeah.
Enough the first time they went here to San Diego.
Yes. He invited us, but for some reason we couldn't find parking because it's in a weird spot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we're just like, okay, the next time we go, we're gonna Uber there.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, I'm doing the other Tough Enough. So the second time, and I'm like, by the time I got off work, I was still working at the time. I think it started at 5:30. I didn't get off of work till 6. I'm like, sorry, Kaz, I can't make it, brother. I can't make it. But cool, man, cool.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit more about SDSU, bro. I'm gonna get into your personal space now, man. Why SDSU?
Well, I wanted to stay in San Diego.
Okay.
And I'm a business finance major.
Yeah.
So it was either between UCSD or SDSU. And
absolutely,
I figured SDSU is better for business. So
is it? Okay. I have a cousin that went there. Now I know I talked about what are you going to do with this after, but you already gave us a. But I'm just saying, I'm just going off of 20 years ago. That makes sense. I don't know if it's changed or anything. Are the honeys still looking hot there? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Are they for reals?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. One of my buddies, he was in Vietnam, and one day he was in the Marine Corps. So he was like, Ruben, I like me high school girls. I said, really, sir? Why do you like high school girls? He goes, because they never get old. Because they're always in high school, right? No matter what year, what age they are, they're still in high school. Anyway, I don't know. That sounded perverted, right? I'm going to edit that out, man. No, he said it. I didn't say it, man. He didn't say it, man. Cool. Now, as far as MMA, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, which is your favorite art form, I guess, or fight style do you like interviewing?
Interviewing? I mean, definitely the stand-up. I think that like a knockout finish, that's the perfect post-fight interview.
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that would be more what, Muay Thai?
Yeah, I would say, Muay Thai. Muay Thai, boxing. That's what I like more.
Yeah. I've never been to a boxing event. That makes sense. But I've been to Muay Thai. It was actually where Epic is at the Sheraton.
Yeah, WCK?
That's the one. Thank you.
Yeah.
WCK. Best fights ever.
Oh, yeah. It was fun.
You see what I'm saying? As much as I love MMA, the thing is, once you're on the ground, you're doing this.
Yeah, that's true. You got to get a good angle because you got to see past, on when you're watching on TV, you get, the camera finding the perfect angle.
Hell
but
yeah.
in real life, you got to...
Well, the reason I say that is because Daniel Reyes' last fight, 40 seconds. I'm trying to, look, and it was done already.
Yeah.
I was like, Daniel, you owe me my money back, bro.
Daniel Reyes is a phenomenal fighter.
He trains with us now.
Yeah.
He trains with us.
I've been seeing him come to your gym. He's phenomenal, though.
Dude, that guy's awesome, man. I love that guy, man. Every time I see him, and the great thing about Daniel Reyes is he's very humble.
Oh, yeah. Such a humble guy.
Oh, my God, bro. Every time I'm boxing, and I'm in the middle of a freaking, some throws, and he'll come up to me, hey, what's up, Ruben? Gives me. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Usually it's like, hey, what's up? It's the other way around.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I love his dad, too, and his
his
brothers.
dad's a great guy, too.
Oh,
I talk to him every time I go over there. I talk to him all the time.
Yeah, I mean, his dad's cool. I love his dad.
Yeah.
His brother. Oh, I was saying is, when I had Daniel Reyes here, his brother was sitting here. Yeah. So I kept looking at him. I said, bro, you and I box, man.
Yeah.
So the whole interview was like, oh, so when I fight David, so hopefully, no, I'm just playing. Cool, man. Hell yeah. So SDSU, was there any other colleges that you were looking at?
Not really. So I actually originally went to UC Riverside straight out of high school.
Okay.
And I went there for about a week and a half, and I was like, it's not for me.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the whole really like college experience, and I felt very limited to Riverside. Yeah. You know, all the MMA Kid operations were here, and I could have my car to drive around anywhere.
Oh, that's why.
So,
because I was gonna say UC Irvine, that's another good school.
Irvine's a good school. My friend
really
goes there.
good. The campus there is beautiful, bro.
I heard, yeah.
I was gonna go there, and then I got stationed in the East Coast, and I ended up going to Boston University. So I was there. It was just cold the whole time. It was snowing the whole time I was there. So it's not like San Diego where you can go to the beach and chill right after a class or something. Yeah. Here you got to run back to your dorm and be all bundled up with some honeys. Oh shit! I wasn't married at the time, babe, so don't worry about it. This is way back before I met my wife, man. Hell yeah. Trying to make it fun, man. Trying to get me in trouble. I'm getting myself in trouble here, right? Hell yeah. So you have one more year left. Once again, I'm not to get into personal stuff and putting the stuff out there, but you have one more year left, and then are you going to take a break, or are you going to focus more on MMA Kid, or I don't know?
No, I mean, I want to get a finance job. I'll just see where MMA Kid takes me. I think it's always gonna be there. And wherever the opportunities take me, it takes me. I'm always gonna make time for it because it's my passion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I told Brandon McCardo, he was the last guy that was here. I told him he's a soccer player too, football. And I said, if you started making Ronaldo money, Cristiano Ronaldo money, would you stop fighting? And he said, oh, hell yeah, I would stop fighting. He would never fight again because he's originally a soccer player, so now he fights. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So he said he would give up fighting if he started making Cristiano Ronaldo money. That makes sense? Well, I'm going to ask you the same question. If for some reason you start making Joe Rogan UFC money, would you go away from your financing or...
Yeah.
And the reason I say that because you're going to be making Joe Rogan UFC money. You got all that money to invest and all that. So
absolutely.
So don't worry about a job. You see what I'm saying? Yes. So I don't know. I'm thinking like an adult here. That's what it is. I have a young man here. So I'm like, well, you should save. I'm like, no, enjoy your money, man. That's what I always say. Enjoy your money. All right. So do you feel that MMA Kid is a brand already is basically what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. That's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because, again, I didn't know you as Nicholas. I knew you as MMA Kid.
Yeah.
So for me to say, oh, MMA Kid, okay, I know who he is. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, I just found out your name was Nicholas. Yeah. And obviously your last name.
I'm very grateful for how big the name has gotten for sure.
Absolutely. Everywhere I go, it's like, oh, MMA Kid's going to be here. Sometimes I'll go to the fights and I'll see your name on the table. I'm like... That should be my name, man. Come on. I'll flip it over, put my name on here. Hey, what's up, man? You didn't get a chair. Sorry. So anyway, just point. I'm hating, bro. I'm hating. Because he started young. I started late as hell, man. But again, I wouldn't be here without you, bro.
Mean, that's actually crazy. But I'm glad that it's getting bigger. Yeah. More to inspire people.
Absolutely, man. It's I don't know what it was, man. I said, you know what? If you can do it, I can probably do it. And yes, it's taken, because I've been doing this podcast for 2 years. You've been doing this for 3 years. I'm not saying that I surpassed him, but I can see your footsteps. Does that make sense? Yeah. And that's a compliment, by the way. So
you can see the trajectory. I
absolutely.
Get it,
Thank you. That's trajectory. That's his SDSU words right there, right? See, your college is paying off, right? No, but yeah, I am seeing your footsteps, and I says, okay, I'm learning now that I have you here. It's like, okay, I know a little bit more to get me a little bit closer. So again, you do one part of the fighting, I do the other part of the fighting. So maybe, like I said, in the future is once you interview a fighter, then you can send them my way. Hey, go see Ruben at Mouthguard, and then we can set up a podcast for them and then blow each other. I don't know. Once again, one hand shakes the other. That's the whole purpose of me doing this. Well, thank you again, Nicholas, for coming here. MMA Kid for you guys. Okay, only I can call him Nicholas, right? But I like to do, like in every show that's on here, I always like to toast. Yeah. And one of the things that I always say is Pellegrino, sponsor the show. I actually reached out to him. Yeah. I just went online, I filled out, and I told them a little bit of bio about myself, and they actually reached back out to me. Not saying that I got a sponsor or anything, but they're like, okay, we'll look into what you do.
Okay, nice.
They didn't say no.
It's a foot in the door.
You see what I'm saying? And then I said, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And what I did is I actually did a compilation of all the podcasts, and then boom. Pellegrino sponsored the show so they can see that I'm drinking it.
Wow, okay.
And then, you know what's funny too is I actually submitted my Amazon receipts. So if you go on my Amazon shopping list, you'll see every month I buy 2 cases. Wow. So that was just proof. So they came back and says, This is what they said. We forward it to our marketing department. Boom.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Beautiful. It's done.
That's it.
Right.
So
now we just gotta wait.
You never know. So next you know, we'll probably have refrigerators here.
Yeah.
What I want to do with Pellegrino is I want the fighters to have some type of free, here, use this coupon code and you're going to get free Pellegrino for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not trying to get paid from them. I love this water and shit. I want to pass it on. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a toast real quick to Nicholas MMA Kid Borukh.
And to you as well.
Oh, thank you oh shit, look at that. For me too.
For our success.
Hey, congratulations, brother. I'm proud of you. Thank you so much for what I've learned from you. And cheers. Salud. Of
course.
I love this stuff. All right, Nick. So we already know that you're a student and then you're an interviewer. All right. Now, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Once again, I'm talking like an adult here, like I'm his brother. What do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm doing a job interview right now, right? But what do you see yourself in about 5 years as far as MMA Kid or you in the financial industry? What do you, if we did an interview 5 years from now, where would you be at right now?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully very, very successful in whatever I put my mind to.
Yeah.
For, the MMA side, for the finance side.
Yeah.
I think it's just very important to really try to get as much opportunities as possible.
What do you want to succeed first?
Whatever comes to me, whatever comes to me first.
I want to be a YouTuber, right? I want to be a TikToker, right? No, I'm just asking again, no offense. I know you're 20 years old. I just want to see what the mind of a 20-year-old is now in 2025, or in this case, when this video posts 2026, compared to 20-year-olds when I was a kid. Because when I was 20-year-old, I was chasing girls, bro. There was really no knowledge exposed to us as in finance. You got to, what I'm saying? Now you have YouTube, you have, all these, universities talking about money, where before it's like, I want to buy a bike, I want to go ride, and I want to go hang out with girls at parties. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I used to do. I just wanted to get in your head. Hell yeah, man. So if, again, I know I asked you that question earlier. If MMA Kid, and I speak MMA Kid not as if it's you, but it's your company.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's your brand. That makes sense. So when I say MMA Kid, I'm thinking as a whole, as a company. So if MMA Kid were to blow up, where, hey, let's say Combate Global calls you and they say, hey, we want you here. Would you go ahead and take that chance, or would you say, you know what, let me focus on my studies?
No, I think that's a good question.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a good mix. I do think that I want to have a degree and have something.
Of course.
But at the end of the day, saying no to an opportunity, it's not a smart idea as well.
You see what I'm saying? It's about taking chances.
Yes.
Does that make sense? Where, again, I'm not downgrading what you're going through in your studies. As you see here, if you look right behind you, you can see I have my stuff as well. Yeah. That makes sense. But the thing is, it's always those opportunities that you don't take to where 10, 20 years from now is like, man, I should have took that opportunity. Yeah. That makes sense. And I want that brand to grow up. That makes sense. I want you to be successful, not just in your degree career, for lots of better words, but MMA as a brand. Yeah. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, 5 years from now, I could always say, I had Nicholas on the show. Hell yeah. That makes sense. It's like when you did that interview, now that girl's in UFC. Yeah. So you can say, I interviewed you way before UFC, like with Jeff Creighton and Omar Riyad. They're going places.
For sure.
Yeah, and I'm glad talented. I was right there when they were here and when they blow up. So Jeff, tickets front row, please, at UFC. Thank you so much. Cool, man. Well, if you don't mind, Nick, let me see what other questions you have. Unless you have something else do you want to shout out any sponsors or anybody that you...
I mean, shout out to everybody who got me to where I am right now.
They're right there, bro.
Yeah, the community is beautiful. The MMA community is very supportive. They're very, very great people. I think that they actually show like a real appreciation for the work that we do. Yeah. Because we're giving straight back to them, exposing them to more eyes. Yeah. So, I mean, shout out to all those guys, right? And absolutely. Shout out to all the promotions who allow me to do what I do, and it's a beautiful experience.
Absolutely, especially the gyms, man. Because it's not just about the fighter. It's not just about the fighter, MMA Kid, Nicholas Borukh. It's about the coaches and the gyms. I mean, their support. The way I look at it, and sorry for using this analogy, NASCAR drivers. You see what I'm saying? It's not just the driver. It's the team. It's the sponsors. Everything that makes that driver who he is. Yeah. And I believe that's how the sponsors work. I could be a good fighter, but if I don't have a team supporting me or pushing them, they're not going to do anything.
That's absolutely true. You know, one coach in particular who I've seen he's most passionate guy in the game is Aaron Pete from Victory MMA.
Okay, I know Victory.
He is so. When I watch him corner guys, and when they win, he is so passionate.
Yeah,
like this guy, all the love to him because he really loves what he's doing.
Absolutely. What fighters does he have? Because he's been a Hendo a couple times.
Oh yeah, so he has Audric. He's the champ right now at Epic. He's a very very talented guy. He has a wide range of Muay Thai guys. Alex Ramos, Moises, Chance.
Hammer. Yes, I know him. I know. Okay, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah. What is, and I believe we were talking about this coach earlier at, help me out here, 10th Planet, Manolo.
Yes.
Manolo.
Yeah.
Which is funny is when you said Manolo, I know Nadine Mondieu, she's trained with Manolo too.
Yeah.
So that coach has been around all over the place. As a matter of fact, I just saw him in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
He had a boxing, no respect to the boxer, there was a female boxer, she won, but they said 10th Planet. I'm like, hold on, wait, what? This is Saudi Arabia. And I saw Manolo in the background. Yeah. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that was here. Yeah. So he was just in Saudi Arabia with his fighter. Yeah. Again, it goes back to the support that these coaches do with these fighters. And that's one of the reasons why I love this community, man. Yeah. That makes sense. Hell yeah, man. Cool. Anybody else you want to shout out? Ben, I know you already gave him a shout out, right?
Shout out Ben.
Yeah.
I'll shout out my coach. Shout out Manuel Medina.
Manuel Medina.
Yeah, he's a pro fighter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For what gym?
So he trains out of one of his coaches, Janix, and then he trains out of Alliance as well.
Alliance?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So our gym, which is Valiant Training Center, shout out to Jeff and Kim Peterson. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Kim. She just had her baby. 7 pounds, 6 ounces, I believe it was. So they had an MMA baby. So, so that baby's going to come off fighting. Oh, yeah. But Valiant used to be Alliance East back in the day. And that's from Alliance, the main Alliance. Yeah. With, what's his name? Eric Del Fiero. Okay. Yeah, that's old school. What's his name? That one fighter that came out of there? Dominic Cruz came out of there. Okay, Angela Hill came out of there. There's
Miles Jury. He was on that team at the time, I think.
Jeremy Stevenson. Yes.
Jeremy Stevens was actually like one of my first favorite fighters.
Yes.
His knockouts against Duhoi Choi, Josh Emmett, like that was crazy for the time. Absolutely insane.
And he just fought Mike Perry at Bare Knuckle. Yeah. So Joey Stevens. I'm thinking Joe Stevenson's. Jeremy Stevens is Bare Knuckle, and he just fought Mike Perry.
Yeah.
So he's transitioned. And again, it goes back to starting at the gym, doing your first maybe epic fight or whatever, Spar Star, and then you pick up, you go pro, you're probably doing lights out, and then you get picked up at UFC. Dude, these guys are just evolving. And again, it goes back to, never met the guy, but I definitely want to meet. Have you met him?
I haven't met him.
And these guys know
he was inspirational.
Absolutely, man. Angela Hill. Yeah. She's San Diego as well, I think. Yeah. Poway.
Really?
I believe she's Poway. Don't get me wrong. Don't quote me, but I think she's Poway. Yeah. She just fought a couple weeks ago too. What do you think of all these UFC fights just back to back? And the reason I say that is because like Kendo's and all that, it's every 3 months. You see what I'm saying? They rotate.
Right.
But as far as, do you think UFC is so big that they can afford to have fights every week or every other week?
My personal favorite model, especially for UFC fights, is going to be quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I think that a decrease in like the lower quality Apex fights would be great. Yeah. And more higher quality production less often.
Thank you.
That's gonna like more higher quality fights less often. That's gonna be the secret sauce back again.
The only time I watch UFC is when Merab fights or Alex Pereira. Obviously Islam Makhachev.
Right.
That's when I know UFC's fighting. But again, no disrespect to the other fighters. I'll be at the gym. Oh, did you watch the UFC fight this weekend? There was another one? God damn. Yeah, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
They're at like a 315, I forgot what number they're at. But I don't know. I just wanted to, I wanted to get your perspective.
I like the quality over quantity better model for sure.
Absolutely. What do you think of, what's his name? What's his, I'm going to edit this out. Not Morab, but the guy that just fought, he fought with Andrew Tate. Not with Andrew Tate, but on the card.
Tony Ferguson.
Ferguson. Yeah, let me rephrase that. Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed too is a lot of UFC fighters are going into boxing.
Yes.
And then the reason I say that, because when I was watching the Andrew Tate Chance Demore fight, Tony Ferguson was fighting.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I'm like, what? And then on the Jake Paul fight, Spider was fighting. Anderson Silva.
And against Tyron Woodley too.
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah.
What the hell? Is there more fight? Is there more money in boxing?
Maybe.
I think there is, bro. I think there is.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for Tony Ferguson and Anderson Silva, Woodley to fight in boxing, you see what I'm saying? Now, with all due respect to the fighters, they're already at the age where they're too old for UFC. I think that's why they're transitioning to boxing, and obviously there's more money in boxing. You know, because for Jake Paul and Ashwin Joshua to get paid $92 million, I'm pretty sure Anderson Silva probably got about $2-3 million of that.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And that's good. Good for them.
Yeah,
good for them. Absolutely. Because some of the purses for like Cage Warriors, and this is me hearing the guys there, they're getting paid $2,000-$3,000 bucks. Yeah. But compare that to their amateur career where they never got paid at all, other than their sponsors. I mean, what do you think of that?
I mean, I hear also
pay your dues, right?
Yeah.
Basically,
I hear like a lot of fighters, they talk about, they want to work their way up as fast as possible because they're actually losing money every training camp.
Every time.
So, I mean, that's where sponsors come in. I think sponsors are very important. I think sponsors mainly pay them.
Yeah.
Because you got to pay your coaches. You got to pay for your food, your specific diet, your recovery.
Yep.
You got to pay your coaches. So.
Well, the great thing about it, these guys have insurance through the promotion. Something happens, they get that covered. But, you get here. I'm just going to throw out a number. Let's say you got paid $3,000. I got paid $3,000. We don't have $3,000 in our pocket. We got to pay for fares. We got to pay our coaches. We got to pay blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, again, I'm just making up these numbers. I might end up with $1,600 out of that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Do I think it's fair? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Sure. You got to pay your dues. Yes. Eventually, you'll start getting into the Cage Warriors, or you'll start getting into what's the other big promotion? Lights Out, where you're getting paid for maybe $5,000, and then obviously everybody's goal or not dream is to get to the UFC. But even at the UFC, $10,000, $20,000. Yeah. If you win, you might get an extra $10,000 bonus.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 and 12 or 15
something
15
like that
at the very start.
What's his name? Chiwiwi
Raul Rosas Jr.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one. He's getting paid $10,000 a fight.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And for these fighters, and I'm just quoting Chiwiwi here. He thought he was rich.
Yeah, I saw that clip too. That was funny. That was so funny.
He said, he goes, what happened? A week later, I didn't have any more money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This is one of the reasons why I want to box. Because if I ever start fighting, at least I'll get paid $20 million. I'm just playing. Can you imagine?
But shout out Ruel. I've interviewed him once or twice
Epic.
now. Yeah.
He was at Epic, yeah.
And I got him at Up Next as well. The first time I went to Up Next, I got Benil Dariush and Raul Rosas Jr.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude.
Hell yeah.
I was pumped out of my mind. That was so
way.
fun. Oh,
that is freaking sick. Yeah. What else famous guys have you interviewed?
A lot of guys. AJ McKee, former Bellator champion. Juliana the Killer Miller.
Ruben the Tailor. And I'm just playing. So you've interviewed stars.
Yeah,
I guess is that what you call them, a star? If they're already up in that class,
yeah.
Would you call them a star?
For sure. Yeah.
Obviously, an ultimate. I don't know. I don't know what you would call it. Again, I'm still new to this game. Cool, man. Cool. That's good to know, man. That's good to know. So what I did is I actually posted your picture. Did you see the meme video I did?
I did. That was good on YouTube. I saw it. That was good.
I'm like, should I post it? And then, no offense, but I guess that's the meme that's going on right now.
It is, yeah.
I mean, so it says, you know what? And then what I did is I took your picture and I put it in ChatGPT that says close his eyes.
Yeah.
So then I close your eye and then I put that meme. Yeah. So I was like, cool. Hopefully he doesn't get offended.
No, it was good.
That was cool, man. But what I did is I actually posted your picture on YouTube and on Instagram, and I said, ask Nick questions, and sure enough, they actually responded and they asked you a bunch of questions. So if you don't mind, I say we go into subscriber questions and then we'll go from there. Hell yeah. So let's go into subscriber questions, and you got about 18 questions.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, 18 questions. So all right, the first question, and then I'm going to give out the shout out to it was Joe Valencia. He actually went on there, and he says, let's check it out real quick.
Shout out, Joe.
What's up? Navajo Joe in the house. That makes sense. I told you about that, right?
I know, it's crazy.
And then that's his patch, and that's his since he's used to be a deputy.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's a question from Joe Ashton, which is Joe Valencia, Navajo Joe, the announcer at Hendo's Fight Night. If you can go back to any interview you've done and redo it, who would it be? Maybe there was like you were just starstruck and you were like, or you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, all of my interviews, they happen the way that they happen. Most of them go very, very well.
Oh, good.
I would say like the only one maybe I would go back is it was like a little bit of a funny story.
Okay.
Kiana Montenegro.
Okay.
I interviewed her, and this is my first time doing in-person interviews.
Yeah.
And she just weighed in, so I was doing like the weigh-in interviews.
You even do pre?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's sick.
This was when I was first getting into it. So this is really my first.
Get away from me! I'm trying to get in the zone, right?
Yeah. So I mean, she just weighed in. She probably wants to go eat, drink.
Yeah.
And I'm here trying to get
rehydrate,
a little interview in, and it was my first time with somebody, face to face because this was coming off the Zoom.
Yeah.
And so I just kept, messing up the question, not getting it through, but it worked out. It was a good time. And I've interviewed her at Up Next and Tough Enough now, so it was good. But she's a great fighter. Shout out to her.
Good. Yeah, because he says, would you redo it with the experience that you have now?
Yeah.
Here's a part 2 to that. Which interview would you go back to and why? And then that was the question. That means
I've had some pretty spectacular interviews for sure. I would say my interview with Byron Valle at Up Next was phenomenal after he beat Rod. That was just a beautiful fight.
Yeah.
Perfect fight to watch. I was so hyped. The interview with Parkev after he proposed was absolutely phenomenal.
You wouldn't change nothing about that.
No, it was just perfect Hall of Fame interviews right there.
Yeah, it's like, I wish I wouldn't have cried. All right. The next subscriber question is from Kaz Egan.
Okay, let's go. Shout out Kaz.
Let me hear ya.
Kaz is working.
He's badass, bro.
I've been to some events like underground, up a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I've seen him there working as well. I was like, wow, Kaz is everywhere.
He started interviewing or announcing in TJ at boxing matches in TJ.
Yeah.
Where the gyms were just all freaking shut down. It's like, hey, you got to start somewhere. Like I said earlier, pay your dues.
Yeah.
Pay your dues. All right. So this is the next subscriber question. It's from Kaz Egan. Shout out to Kaz. What's up, brother? What's your favorite? For some reason, I can't speak today. What's your favorite MMA event that you worked and what made it stand out?
Yeah. My favorite MMA event, I'm sure keep going back to it. I just think that one night at Up Next, Byron and Parkev, they were on the same card. They completely stacked out that card, and it was absolutely phenomenal to witness that.
Yeah.
But then my favorite event that I've had, for myself, it was absolutely beautiful. It was going to be the Tough Enough San Diego, where I did the post-fight interviews at. That was a phenomenal experience for me.
Oh, really? Hell yeah. Next subscriber question is from Brandon McCardle. He was just on the last podcast, and he's the
champ.
The current champ at HSN. I keep saying HSN like Home Shopping Network. HFN. Sorry, Dan Hendo. Who is your favorite fighter you've ever interviewed? And I'm pretty sure he's trying to say Brandon, but who is your favorite fighter that you've ever interviewed?
Brandon's absolutely phenomenal fighter. I mean, his striking is amazing. His takedown defense is also really good. He has good ground game.
Yes, he does.
But he's the next level fighter. I see him getting far in this game.
Yeah.
But for my favorite fighter, I don't know. I don't choose. I have a great relationship with many fighters, and it's so fun. Yeah. When I have like a relationship with them, it's so fun watching them fight because everything's on the line. So that's a really beautiful moment.
The last fight he had, obviously for the championship with Daniel Renteria, bro, that was a sick ass fight.
It was a really good fight,
especially the last 10 seconds. And I don't know if you remember when they heard the clacker. I saw both of them go.
Mm-hmm. They
nodded and they just fucking threw bro. But it was an amazing fight. It was a close fight too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The next subscriber question is Jeff, the administrator, which is the owner of Valiant Training Center. Yep. He's also a Bellator champion, LFA champion. Yeah. That makes sense. Besides skill and experience, what is the biggest difference between amateur fight and pro fights that you might not noticed?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say it's cardio. I would say what people don't realize is that fighting is a very, very mental sport.
Yeah.
And yes, you do need skills and technique, but you can get very far with having very high mental fortitude, the will, and cardio.
Yeah.
Because what people don't realize, like once cardio kind of goes out the window, like your brain starts like malfunctioning. Like, you don't think the same.
Yep.
So cardio is super important. We've seen like top level fighters who maybe are not that technically skilled, but their cardio really carries them.
Now, just to add on that, he is technically skilled and he does have cardio. Jeff Creighton, Jazzy Jeff.
Oh yeah.
That guy, dude. He can go 10 rounds.
Yes. He's
guaranteed.
phenomenal.
He can go 10 rounds and he'll be fresh.
Yeah, he doesn't get tired.
He doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
So, and that's why one of the things he said when he was on here, his cardio's on point.
Yeah.
The last fight, not the last fight, but one of his fights, the guy was just spent. Jeff looked like he just was on his first round.
Yeah.
His cardio is on point. So
it's hard work too. Cardio is very challenging.
He also said he's been a runner all his life too.
Oh wow!
So he was running in middle school and high school.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a big runner. Him and his dad would run miles. So by him adding that to his MMA, it worked out perfectly. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. That way, somebody like me that smokes, I'm good for one round and we're done, man. We're done. Hell yeah. The next question is from David Kaziev. I don't know if you know that person.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you?
That's one of my cousins.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
David Kaziev.
Oh, Kaziev. There he goes. Real talk. I guess
talk.
he doesn't want you to lie. Real talk.
Okay.
How do you get...
What is this question?
Oh, my God. Here we go. How do you get your hair looking like that at the events?
David.
Woo!
Thank you, David. It's hair texture powder.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is it, like a pomade or?
It's actually a powder.
Powder.
It's like a white powder. I put it on there because it brings a lot more volume to your hair.
I was about to say that gives you volume.
Yeah, you don't shampoo too often. You don't got to dry it out.
Really?
Use some good conditioner and that's it.
I can't do now this is a hair podcast.
Yeah.
I can't get... If I don't use any product in my hair just falls.
Growing up, that's how it was like for me. I'm telling you, get hair texturizing powder. It changes your life.
Hair texturizing powder. I'm going to have to look that up. Because when I have my natural hair, like lavish, I don't know what it is. My wife loves it. She goes, "Oh, I love your hair." But I like doing this because I like to put a style to it. So sometimes it might look greasy. This is just Johnny B.
Yeah, I used to use that.
Yeah. So Johnny B sponsored the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so powder. Mm-hmm. I've seen that before.
Yeah, it works.
So at the barbershops, it looks like they're putting snow on you and then they'll comb it in.
It's that, exactly.
How long does that last?
It lasts a long time.
Does it?
It really does.
Wow.
It's not something that's short term. It lasts.
Wow. Now, when this guy walked in earlier, he walks in and I'm like, "God damn, you smell good, bro." Mm-hmm. Come to find out, you're wearing the same cologne that I use. That's why it was familiar.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So I like wearing Versace Aero, which that thing lasts forever. Mm-hmm. But what other colognes do you like? It's not a subscriber question. I'm just asking you personal.
That's my day to day.
Is it?
I have another one that's like a Ferrari cologne. It's pretty good. I have 1 million. Like Ferrari.
Oh, it's by Ferrari.
Yeah.
It's a brand by them.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 million. I've heard a lot of stuff.
1 million's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I just got a Prada one, like Luna Rosa. I haven't tried it out yet though.
Okay, I know Luna Rosa. Let's see. I wear Christian Dior, which is Grease Dior. The reason I like that, and we had this conversation earlier, it's just more content for here, is it lasts all day. Yeah. If I spray it on at 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, I can still smell it. Yeah. That makes sense. But I love colognes, and you saw I love colognes.
What do you think about Jean Paul Gaultier? Everybody's talking about that one.
Which one is that?
It's a bottle, and it's like a guy on the bottle. He's like almost naked.
Is it like the silhouette of a guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Does it look like a sailor outfit? I think so. I don't know. I would have to look it up.
I can pull it up if you want.
Yes, absolutely. Pull it up, man. So now this is the Cologne podcast. We've talked a lot. We talked about the school, the finance podcast. Yeah. We talked about hair podcast.
It's a one-stop shop.
It's a one-stop shop.
It's like this.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I've never smelled it.
Really?
I've seen it. I've seen it. One thing that I want to get into is Creed. I don't know if you like Creed.
I haven't. I've seen it, but I don't think I've smelled it.
One cologne that I like a lot is from Le Labo. And you know how they give you the free samples? Yeah. They don't give you a free sample. You have to pay for the sample.
It's that good.
Yeah, it's that good. I have a little bit. I'll let you smell it. It's called. It's actually called Another 13. It's from this company right here, Le Labo. Okay. So this is called Ambroxite 17. Yeah, Ambroxite 17. So they have one called Another 13 by Le Labo. All the ladies, even with my wife, excuse me, sir, what are you wearing? I'm like, oh, I'm wearing the Le Labo. I've never heard of it. So, that's fine, baby.
How much is that?
It's $700 a bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm not there yet. Man. Cool. Anyway, so how do you get your hair? So we say it again. It's what powder?
Hair texturizing powder.
Hair texturizing powder. So maybe on the next podcast, my stuff's going to look a little natural. I'm actually glad. I'm 52 years old. I'm glad that I still have my hair.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So it
looks good.
Oh, thank you. I was worried because all my cousins already have the receding hairline. Some of my cousins already bald. And growing up, I'm like, oh, dude, I don't want to be like that. So now that I'm at my age, and I'm going to bleep out my age, by the way. Now that I'm at my age, I'm still happy that I have, you see what I'm saying? My bones might hurt, my back hurts, my shoulder hurts, but hey, as long as I still have my hair, I am money. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's get into some more subscriber questions, okay? What is something fans completely misunderstand about MMA interviewers?
I think that there's a lot more than like meets the eye.
Yeah.
I think that, as I said earlier, like this is the first time where the fighter's just ready to express themselves.
Yeah.
We get to capture that on film.
Yeah.
And it can be sometimes challenging as well. So I think that maybe they're underestimating some of the hard work that goes behind it.
In my perspective, because I'm in the same department, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a lower department than you, is they think we're there for a free show. I'm not there for a free show.
We're working.
We're working.
Yeah, we're trying to
you
make good on.
You might see us cage side, but we're not there to enjoy the show. We're there working. We're writing stuff down. We're tagging. We're doing videos. Yeah. This guy's writing, okay, this guy won. I got to ask him these type of questions. So even though we're there and we probably have the best seats ever other than being in the cage, you see what I'm saying? We're there working. So that's my interpretation. I was like, no, we're there.
I would say it's a lot more mental than people think as well.
It is.
You get in your head about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm doing the any cage interviews, I actually zone out the audience.
Yes.
And I really just focus on the fighter and the camera. I zone a lot of it out because I'm so in the moment and focused on what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, when we leave there, we're not done working.
You
see what I'm saying?
That was just the start.
That was just the start.
Yeah.
Well, the start is getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We got to get there early. We got to get good parking.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? We got to get in. We got to show our credentials or, hey, I'm on the list. Because every time I'm not there where you're at, Mouthguard Out Podcast, and they're like, oh, you're not on this list. You're not on this list. And finally, I'll say media.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. So they look at
it can be frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's the start, I believe.
Yeah.
And then once you sit down, we got to get there before the show starts, organize all our stuff, make sure our cameras or everything's charged, and then the middle part is the show.
Yeah.
And then and it just goes. So anyway, I just got lost train of thought because I got frustrated. But once we leave there and everyone's gone, you got to go home and do the footage. You got to tag. You got to do a quick report. So again, in my case, I'm doing all this stuff for free.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Again, I don't know what your situation is, but I do it because, again, I'm here to expose and elevate these fighters to the next level. You see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Do interviews feel pressured or do you pick sides? Meaning, probably what they probably said is, even, let's say you don't like the guy that won, do you still interview him or... let's just say you're rooting for the other guys and he loses and you're like, fuck, I wanted my buddy to win, but you have to interview the winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so we gotta just go in there and interview him. That happened to me before. I've had a teammate on a card.
Yeah.
He lost, and I had to go up there and interview the winner. That's just the job. I'm not picking sides.
You're looking at your boys. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I wanted you to win. That's why I picked this slot to interview you. But it's the job.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the hardest question to ask a fighter? I don't know if there is one, but
probably say. I mean, it's a very interesting question.
Who'd you vote for? No, I'm just playing. Kamala. All right. Anyway, I don't think they'd be fighting if they voted for Kamala.
I think it's a very interesting and valid question, but if a fighter loses, what went wrong here? Like, where did the game plan deviate? Yeah. I think that's a very interesting question for me. But I think it's a little bit of a hard question for the fighter.
Yeah, it is. One of my biggest confusion is, and maybe you can help me answer this, fighter just won, okay? And tell me why you won or tell me what the best... They remember every single situation in the fight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, he came in with the left hook. I came with... Dude, you remember that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For me, it would have been all a blur.
Yeah, sometimes it is. I get mixed. A lot of people say, like, I don't remember anything. Some people describe it exactly.
Okay, so I am right. I am right. Yeah, but most of the interviews I've seen, he came up with this. I'm like, dude, you remember all that? See what I'm saying? I'm lucky to be alive coming out of the cage. And luckily you win, but you know what I'm saying? Cool. Is there a moment when you know an interview is going well?
Yeah. It's not even something that you can describe. It's something that you feel. I mean, when you're interviewing somebody...
It's a vibe, huh?
It is a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting feeling that I've never seen anywhere else.
Okay.
It's like a merge of energies.
There you go.
That's the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
You're interviewing somebody, they're talking, we're both having a good time.
Yeah.
And you can just kind of like feel like this mesh, you know what I mean?
Part 2. Is there any moment in the interview when you know it's going wrong?
Maybe if somebody's looking away a little bit, maybe not too interested in the interview, we can let them go.
Once again, I love you, Ruby, but Ruby Daniels is very quiet. She's very quiet. It was very difficult to get information from her. Luckily, she speaks Spanish. So when I was interviewing her, sometimes when I saw her struggling or, didn't have the right words, I would say it in Spanish. And all of a sudden, blah, 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 because that was her more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as you interviewed Ruby. How did that interview go?
It was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was good.
Good. Did you get anything good or?
Yeah, it was good. Ruby's a little bit shyer. She's a little bit more calmer. Like a lot of fighters are hyped. Ruby's more calm, but everything works.
You know what my wife says? Ruby talks with her fist.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
her. Whew, man. Do you ever get, and I'm talking about Epic here, do you ever get distracted with all the ladies in the ring?
I stay locked in, focused.
You got to lay locked in, right?
I'm locked in.
It's funny. Every time, like one time we're right there case at Epic. So the girl stands in front of me. I'm just looking. All I see is just butt cheeks. I'm like, oh, fuck. Literally, the butt cheeks were like this far. Because I'm sitting down. She's standing up. So I'm like, well, I'm not blind. You know what I'm saying? I look over at my wife. I said, babe, look at her butt cheeks, man. She has a big ass. She was like, oh, my God, that thing is huge. But meanwhile, I'm like, oh, shit, I got ass in my face. I told that to Nate one time. He goes, yeah, I was at Epic. He goes, did you get ass in your face? I said, yeah, I got ass in my face. Nate, nasty Nate. He's actually cool fighting next year.
Okay, great.
Yes. I don't know if it's going to be Epic. I think he had mentioned Sparstar.
Great.
That makes sense. So I want to be there for Nate.
Oh, yeah.
That's another fighter, too.
I really like him. He's such a cool guy. Yeah, he's one of the first guys I met, so he's a great guy.
His style of fighting, if I were to give you one word, is brawler.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Brawler, bro.
Yeah, this guy puts on a show.
Now, have you ever met David Momo Morales?
I have, yeah.
He's more of a technical fighter.
Yeah.
He fought Bromley at freaking Henderson. I don't know if you remember that fight.
Yes, I do. I love Jonathan Bromley as well.
John Bromley. He lives in Texas now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of Jazzy Jeff's proteges.
Yeah, he's training with Trevor Wells over there.
Absolutely. Hell yeah, man. See how the community is so small, man? I love this, man. I love this. Here we go. Do fighters ever remember the question more than the fight itself?
Do fighters ever remember the question more than the fight itself?
Yeah. Meaning, so tell me what I don't know, what happened? Huh? What? What'd you say? I don't know. Do fighters ever remember the question more than the fight itself? Maybe that goes to a bad interview. To where they're distracted. They're like, oh, I want to go be with my family. I don't want to talk to you real quick. I don't know. Maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can tell like if the fighter's in a sense of urgency. Yeah. And then we'll just run it quick, Yeah. But usually, like a lot of the fighters, they'll take off their gear and put on clothes, hug their family, and then come. Yeah. So they're ready.
Yeah. I've never been at that part yet. That makes sense. It's always they get out of the ring. You probably get them. And then they go, like you said, change their clothes. I always get them in the way to the parking lot. So I was like, hey, bro, let me talk to you real quick.
I've done that a lot before.
Yeah. Because now they're not in fight mode anymore. They're relaxed. I was like, hey, I just want to go home. Dude, give me 2 minutes. I think I did Giovanni the other day like that.
He's also an excellent fighter right here.
Yeah.
He's so young and he's so talented for how young he is.
Yeah.
And he has a great signature too.
And he's 3-0 at his age.
Yeah, and he's fighting tough guys too. He's not fighting cans.
No.
It's good.
No. Now, he's short. So he can get in a little bit better.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And his ground game is off the hook.
Phenomenal.
So Giovanni, what's up, buddy?
Shout out.
Hell yeah. Last question, and then we'll get into rapid fire questions.
Okay.
What advice would you give someone trying to break into MMA media? Something like you or any type of announcing, whatever.
Yeah.
What advice?
I would say that the number one thing is just networking. It's also just putting yourself out there.
Hold on, let me write this down because he's talking to me too. No, I'm just playing.
I would say it's just putting yourself out there, doing the work.
Yeah.
You know, whether like me, I started doing as many interviews as possible, which is, you know, the quantity over quality model.
Being consistent.
That's how I started. Yeah, being consistent, just reaching out to this person in this gym, this person, this gym, you know, maybe go on the rankings, you know, find some good ranking guys. Really just getting my foot in the door. Once people kind of knew the name, it's a lot easier to get yourself into different places.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, is there times, and again, we're done with subscriber, this is my question. Is there times where the fighter that won or the fighter that you're going to interview, you really don't want to interview him, but sometimes we need content? You see what I'm saying? Maybe he's 1-0. He's won his first fight. It's like, do I really want to, or do I wait for the guy that's 7-1 or whatever? I don't know.
I'd say just get them all.
You get them all?
Yes.
Because you never know where they're going to end up,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the subscriber question. Guys, thank you so much for submitting the subscriber questions. I try to read it as best as possible. Maybe I need new glasses. I have no idea. But what I want to do now, Nick, is I want to get into the rapid fire questions. Rapid fire are just one answer questions. Boom.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal? Burgers. Boom. That's it. So we got a couple, and then we're going to ask you the famous questions, and then we'll end it up.
For sure.
Cool, man. All right, here we go. Let's see. As a matter of fact, I actually found one more question. If you don't mind, let me ask you this real quick before we get into rap. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
What do you think has been the pinnacle of your career as MMA Kid or as Nicholas Borukh? Tell me a little bit about that.
So I would say the pinnacle of my career was the Tough Enough interviews in San Diego. Shout out to everybody who gave me the opportunity. I did live interviews on UFC Fight Pass.
Really?
So that was a really big deal to me. Shout out to Jamie, Jeff, Brett, Will, all those Justin, you know, all those guys who gave me the opportunity.
Hell yeah.
It was special because I wanted to really just grow and to see what opportunities.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to not try.
Yes,
and
sure.
so that mentality taught me.
That sounds like a T-shirt right there, right?
That mentality just taught me I have to go forward and chase these opportunities.
Absolutely.
And I'm very grateful that I got it. Another thing is before I go to these events, especially back then, I actually didn't really like the week leading up. I was very anxious.
Yeah, that's true.
For the interviews.
And you weren't even fighting, right? Imagine if you're a fighter.
But this event was my biggest event, and I was so cool and collected before that, and it just really taught me like confidence, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen my work, I've seen where it's got me so far. You know, sometimes I'm worried about slipping up during the interviews, but it goes very good. It's the questions smooth out, come out smoothly, very, very well. And so it was beautiful, you know. And I was interviewing guys out there like Leon Shabazz, you know, shout out to him. He's on the come up for sure. He's going to be in the UFC soon. And you know, a bunch of other guys there. And it was just literally, it went perfect. Yeah. It went better than I expected. The questions came out perfect. Yeah. And it really just proved to myself, you know, and they gave me some free tickets. So I got to give some tickets to my friends and family. My dad came out. I think it was good for my dad, you know, shout out to my dad, to see like his son's hard work on UFC Fight Pass for Tough Enough. You know, that was a great experience. It's your name, bro. That's it. Now, again, with all due respect, 3 years ago, you wouldn't have been in that position. Yeah. But you've grown, and I've seen you every time I go. I've seen you grow, Instagram, whatever the case may be. So the reason why it's your pinnacle, because you've been in this industry for so long. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And your brand, again, MMA Kid, your brand has already, I guess, grown to the point where your name is a household name. Yeah. That makes sense. Like when you say, you know, hey, who's going to interview me? MMA Kid. Oh, hell yeah. They know. Like if they say Ruben the Tailor, what the hell is a Ruben the Tailor? You're on the come up too, bro. I'm not worried about it, bro. Yeah. I'm going to ride your footsteps, man. But cool. Hell yeah. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Thanks for letting me know. So that's your pinnacle. Now, if you were to predict your future, now obviously we know we want to do UFC, right? Everybody wants to do UFC. But what's going to be your next pinnacle or your next milestone in MMA Kid? Yeah. I mean, really just seeing where it takes me. You know, whatever promotions want to give me the opportunity to, I'm very happy to do it. You know, I come well prepared. I come with the great questions. So, and, you know, I also post a lot of my interviews as well. So, you know, that gives it an extra step of the traction because not all like post interviews, they post on Instagram, you know? So I'm out here. I you know. You're good. I go with the fighters, the coaches, and the promotion itself. So it's a great promotion as well. You know what I like? Anytime we post either like a clip or an interview, whatever, when the actual promotion repost us. Yeah. That's when you're like, hell yeah. Yeah. We actually, when Kaz was here, we did a quick promo for, what is it? Invicta.
So we did. He announced the Invicta fight, blah, blah, blah. We tagged Invicta. I forgot what it's called when they repost. Is that what it's called? Reposting? Yeah. When they repost it on their page. Mm-hmm. So to us was like, oh, hell yeah. Imagine a bigger promotion like UFC or something like reposting. Yeah. And I've had a lot of gyms and repost that on our page. And what that brings for us, it brings followers and brings recognition. And I'm pretty sure because you are consistent, for the last 3 years, or like I said, like in the Pinnacle, people know your name, so you're a trusted source they can go to. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm still at that point where we're trying to get our name out there.
Yeah. Get your name out there, and then you're going to be thrown in the hat.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hell yeah. Well, thanks for that, man. I appreciate that. Cool. All right, so now let's get into the subscriber questions, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. Here we go. Rapid question number 1. Favorite post-fight emotion to capture?
Probably just like euphoria. They're so happy that they won. The hard work paid off.
Hell yeah. Sweaty handshake? Yeah. Or hug? Hold on. Dude. Or hug. Because sometimes they're excited. They're like, hell yeah. You're just like, oh, shit. And this guy's in a suit, too. Yeah. So there's times where I'm like, oh, shit. Just give me a dab, bro.
Yes. Dude, I've had people hug me, sweat and blood in my suit.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll take the handshake.
There you go. I'll get a dab, bro. Give me a dab. Or almost like a fist pump, man. Fist pump. No, but sometimes if it's our friends, I wouldn't mind getting dirty. You see what I'm saying? Hell yeah. It says missed handshake or wrong name. I don't know what that means.
Would I rather have a missed handshake or
them calling you a wrong name?
Man, those are both pretty bad.
Yeah.
At that point, I can't go with the missed handshake. I'll go with the wrong name.
Wow. Loud crowd or dead silent?
Loud crowd.
Loud crowd?
Be a loud crowd, yeah.
But that doesn't make you concentrate, though.
That's true, but if it's a dead crowd, the vibes are not there.
Yeah, true. Energy drink or coffee?
I'm actually, I don't do caffeine that much.
No?
No, caffeine kind of makes me a little bit too...
It messes up his hair.
Yeah, exactly. It gets me a little bit too riled up.
Oh, okay, got you. Well, that was a question I just got to ask.
Yeah.
Cage floor or backstage or hallway interview?
I've done them all, but I'll go with cage floor.
Cage floor? Yeah, because the cameras are still out and they can still record you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Backstage. I've never been backstage.
It's a very interesting experience.
Yeah. Because I know they're throwing pads, they're warming up and all that.
But some guys sleep. I mean, I can't even imagine this.
Nate sleeps.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. It's very interesting.
I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Worst post-fight phrase?
I don't think there is one.
No?
Everything counts.
Cass says he can't stand when people go, woo!
No.
So that's a Cass thing. Yeah. So is there something where, let's say they cuss too much, you're like, dude, you're cussing too much, man. I can't post this.
Man, they can be themselves.
Yeah?
I don't discriminate. Anybody, anything.
Good. Well, that's not discriminating. But
I know.
We want to get some good content.
Yeah, that's true.
Motherfucker, I can't fuck my... dude, okay, we're talking about fights here.
Yeah.
Right? One word that describes MMA media chaos. I'll give you my word since I'm in media. Busy.
Yeah, I mean, chaotic. I don't know, busy. Those are some. I mean, those describe it.
Yeah.
Cloudy. Sometimes it's a little cloudy.
Cloudy. Yeah. Again, I've never enjoyed a fight because I don't go there to watch the fight. I go there to work.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Maybe one day I can go and be. And again, what's funny is when we went to Bare Knuckle, I went to see Daniel Alvarez. So I thought, I'm going to chill.
Yeah.
I was doing interviews. Yeah. I'm like, well, I'm here. Shit, I've never done a Bare Knuckle interview. Let me do a Bare Knuckle interview.
Yeah.
But it goes back to if I can get an opportunity just to get a quick clip with somebody, boom, I'm done. That makes sense. So even though I was there to relax and watch a fight, I said, you know what? I've never been to Bare Knuckle. Let me see if I can get an interview. Boom, I did an interview. So we're always working, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but that's when you know a fight's good. When it gets you very excited when you're kind of in that zone.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's real.
There you go. Tough interview, KO loss or split decision?
KO loss.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it could go both ways.
KO win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can go both ways for sure because sometimes...
I mean, they still won.
Yeah.
But sometimes everybody wants to get a KO or submission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes a split decision loss can actually hit harder because, in a lot of people's eyes, you won.
Yeah. Absolutely. Microphone or camera?
Microphone.
You like microphone?
Yeah.
All right. Why? Because you like holding it and you like go back and forth?
Yeah.
Got you. Live interview or sit down?
I mean, they both have their aspects.
I say live.
I'm going to go with live.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more fun.
I haven't really done lives other than posting. So I'm more of a sit down interview, as you obviously it's a podcast.
Yeah.
But I want to do more lives.
Yeah,
more
it's
lives.
more fun. Yeah.
Absolutely. Biggest pet peeve in MMA media?
I would probably just say maybe not being too genuine.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like a lot of some of the reasons why like a lot of fighters like me and they trust me is because I feel like I kind of showed them like I'm a very trustable guy. I'm doing this for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons. Like I wouldn't go up to a fighter and kind of like farm a clip just for the Instagram clip to blow up.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a relationship kind of guy with the fighter itself.
So you don't put up a facade when you're Nick.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Now, is Nick and MMA Kid two different people? Like right now I have Nick in here. You see what I'm saying? But let's say, for example, we got to go to a fight in an hour. Do you know is there a switch that you turn on MMA Kid or it's just Nick?
It's most of the time Nick, maybe a little bit more turned up.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. So there's no MMA entity.
No.
No.
Like a shtick per se?
Uh-huh.
No.
You know
Like
what I'm saying?
you know like the schmo, right?
No.
The schmo, he does interviews, but he's a character.
Oh, shit.
He does great interviews too. He does amazing work.
In fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he interviews a lot of UFC fighters.
Okay.
I bet if I show you him, you would know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But again, they put it on sometimes.
Yeah.
You say, tell us about your interview. I'm like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, if I were to do your job, I would be the same thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Now, I'd probably be excited because the guy's excited. I want to match his energy.
Yeah, you got to match energies.
That
You
was
gotta
a
match
sick
energies.
ass fight.
Yeah.
Tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of, hey, that was a fight.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you. Podcast or K-side?
Cage side.
K-side, yeah. It's live, bro.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. We already asked you if coffee or energy drinks. You don't do that. One word describe. Oh, I already said that. Finish this sentence.
Okay.
You ready? A great interview always
has a great interviewee as well.
Okay, got you. Would you rather step on a Lego? That's our famous question. Or forget your questions during an interview?
Yeah, I'll step on the Lego. That's not good. When you're blanking out during an interview.
What was your name again?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you're doing it live in the audience.
Yeah.
That's a bad fear.
I asked Kaz Egan, I said, what would you rather, step on a Lego or forget your cue cards? He said, dude, I'd rather step on a Lego.
I'd rather step on 10 Legos.
Like firefighting, on fire, right?
Yeah.
All right. And the last famous question that we always ask. Now, you are an interviewer, so the question I always ask, if you were to fight a Ninja Turtle, who would you fight and why? Obviously, we don't fight, or you don't fight, but I'm going to change it up for you. If you were to interview a Ninja Turtle, who would it be and why?
Michelangelo,
Yeah. Right?
Just because, he was my favorite growing up watching him, so
Yeah.
I got to give it to him.
I think he's everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm just giving you my favorite was Michelangelo. Now, if you want to get strategic and who's the smartest, blah, 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 obviously Raphael, Leonardo, and all that. But cool. So Michelangelo. Well, Nick, thank you again so much for coming out here. Again, it is a Sunday, and I appreciate you taking time off your busy day.
Of course.
As you already know, I was in the Marine Corps for a long time, and one thing I like to do to all my guests, or you know what I'm saying, is I like giving them the golden dog tags.
Thank you so
That
much.
makes sense.
And thank you for your service.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate that.
I'm going to hang this up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you so much.
So if you see, it says, I was on the Mouthguard Out Podcast, hosted by the Tailor.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So it's just a little bit about the podcast and a little bit about my military background. So I appreciate that. But now that I gave you a gift, I need you to give me a gift. And what the gift is I always tell all my guests to sign the table. So eventually I'm going to sell this table and I'm going to split the proceeds up with everybody.
Very expensive
Or I might
table.
take you guys to Hawaii or something on my private jet. So, I know that it's starting to fill up, but wherever there's space or wherever, this is just my opinion.
Kaz?
I say
Okay,
next
right?
to Kaz.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's up to you. It's up to you.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. So we got Nick Borukh, the MMA Kid, signing the Table of Fame, I guess. The Table of Fame. I appreciate it, brother.
Dude, thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for giving all the fighters exposure.
Yeah. No, it's
there we
okay.
go.
I know. This was my first, so
I feel honored. Thank you.
Absolutely. No, thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Which one was your first one?
Right here. Kim Peel.
Right here.
Yep, that was my first one. So this table was clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good idea. You're the first person that I've seen do something like this.
Uh-huh.
I think it's really good, really great.
Well, I had this clean ass table.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this table looks too clean. So, well, I don't know if you ever heard of PBD podcast, Patrick
I have.
David.
Big fan. Big fan.
You see how everybody signs the
lockers,
wall?
Yeah.
So I was looking at this table and it's like, well, I don't want them signing my wall.
Yeah.
Sign the table.
Yeah.
And ever since then, everyone was like, I want to sign the table. Hell yeah, but do an interview with me. And
What are you going to do when you run out of room, though?
I'm gonna flip it probably.
Okay.
So this will be on my side, and then obviously
good.
I have all this room on this side. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. And the last thing we always do is I don't know if we can't face off because we're really not fighters, but like I did with Kaz, we did a mic off.
Mic off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand this to you, and then we're just gonna look in the camera, and then I'm just gonna go like this, and then do what you do. Boom! There it is. There's this. There you go. One. And let me get a little closer. Let's get a little closer. Get a little closer.
Oh, my bad.
No, you're good. You just right there. We're gonna do it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's it. Nick,
It was a
MMA
pleasure.
Kid. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it, brother.
It was fun.
I'll see you at the next fight.
Yeah.
Next fight. Do you have anything coming up?
Up next, January 31st.
January 31st. So next month, guys, you'll see him there. What promotion is that?
It's for Up Next Fighting.
Up Next. Okay, sorry. I'm thinking it's the don't worry about it. So I might see you there.
Yeah.
And if I'll see you there now, at least I know, hey, what's up, dog? Instead of saying, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much,
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Once again, guys, we have Nick, MMA Kid, Borukh. Is that how you pronounce your last name?
Yes,
Borukh. Check him out on Instagram. I am going to be scrolling your name. And you have a website or anything?
I don't.
You don't? Okay, I'll just be scrolling your Instagram name.
Yeah.
But check him out, guys. Follow him, and we'll see us at the next fight.
I'll see you guys.
Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Step into the ring, yeah, we taught that fight life. Yeah. Mouthguard Out